Hey guys, my name is Rob Jr. and this is my channel, Creative Rob. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And let's just jump right on in. So this is the second video of my series of painting with oils and palette knives. And I actually used this sketch in the last video and I'm using it again today, creating a totally different painting. I'm just using that as a base to get started. Alright, so starting off, I'm going in with a brush using the dark colors, and what I found is I was just a little too light, and I decided to grab the palette knife and just lay that paint on there thickly, and then I spread it around a little bit more with a brush. So I'm trying some different techniques on this painting compared to the first one. The first one was pretty much strictly palette knife. This time what I wanted to do was to get the paint down and create the first layer of the painting as fast as possible, so that I could get into the palette knife work, which mainly consists of scraping and laying thick layers of paint on top of this thin layer. You know, the fun stuff. So now I'm putting on the mid color of the person. Again, if you didn't see the first video, I will leave a description. In the description, I'll leave a link to the first video. And if you're curious, I'm using oil paints, but I'm also using a medium called Liquid Impasto, and what this does is helps speed up drying. It has a semi-gloss, but it also retains crisp textures and brush marks, which I really like. And I'll leave a link also in the description where you can get this stuff. It is quite expensive, but I got a 200 milliliter tube, and it was about $19.99 at Hobby Lobby. And if you go to Hobby Lobby, you can use your 40% off coupon. That's what I like to do. And here I'm using the brush liner and just getting some of the finer lines. Again, I'm just kind of laying down the colors. I have the drawing mapped out what I need to do. I found a cool technique. So what you can do is take a picture of your model, or just find an image you like, and you can put it into Photoshop, and this is to make it really easy for you. Posterize. There's an option called posterize, and you can choose the number of layers. And when you do this is especially good for beginners. When you do this, it kind of shows you, it separates the midtones and the highlights, and will make it a lot easier for you to see where you need to put your highlights and shadows. It kind of maps it out. So if you have any questions on how to do that, just ask me in the description. Don't ask me in the description because you can't do that. But in the comment section, ask me, and I'll let you know how you can do that. Like I said, it's just an option in Photoshop And you want to do it on the same size, create a canvas the same size as you're working on in reality and or physically, and then you'll just create guidelines and draw it out. It can speed up your drawing process. Alright, so here what I'm doing is I'm using the blender brush to kind of blend everything together, and I'm not worried. I know this looks a little funky right now, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying to get a somewhat realistic skin tone, and I'm not worried about the shape of the face because a lot of this is going to be covered up. I'm just trying to get it down as quickly as possible, so that I can have some fun, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. Again, this is a new series I've started. If you're new to my channel, I've mainly done watercolors, although before I jumped into watercolors, I was an oil painter. Alright, so here I've grabbed the palette knife and I am just going in and scraping what's already on the canvas. And now I'm going to start adding some color. There's that medium I was telling you about, the liquid pasto. And now I'm grabbing a palette knife, mixed it up, and just without too much thought, I'm trying to channel some of my subconscious here and go with my gut instincts and lay palette knife strokes boldly onto this canvas. And here I'm creating lines by using the edge of the palette knife, a trick I learned by Bob Ross. Also, if you're new to oil paints, I highly recommend watching Bob Ross. He will give you the basics and how to use it, and that's why I love watching him. Is that he's a great teacher. He'll show you how to do it. All right, so here I am using a scraper that's meant for pottery, the potter's wheel. And now I'm going back in with the palette knife. There, there are no rules. I just grab the tube and directly apply it onto the canvas. I grab the palette knife, scrape it around. I love painting like this. It's fun. And this is, like I said, it's a new series I'm working on. I'm excited to show it with you guys. I'm excited to be able to paint like this and have some fun. And it's exciting. Paint like this is exciting. If you haven't done it, I suggest give it a try. There are no rules other than the rules of how paint works. You can't paint acrylic over oil. That'll mess it up. So like I said, this is just the second one of the series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This one's a little bit faster than the first one, but it was fun. And here I'm trying to show an angle, show you how thick the paint is. If you guys enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, ring the bell so you can stay tuned to all my new works. And in a few days, I will have another one that's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be black and white portrait with colors scraped on with the palette knife. It's going to be pretty cool. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.